Okay, we are live. Welcome, everyone. We are back with another wonderful author. His name is J.M. Norris. Here's his book, his new debut, Sincerely Yours. And it's a fiction book. So we're really excited about this because now we get to explore imaginations. And he's going to talk about his book. We're going to delve into this book. We want you to come, if you are in the DFW area, to come out to the Doc Bookshop. We have J.M. Norris here with us today. So please make your way to the bookshop, okay, and be a part of this conversation, and come meet and greet him, okay. And while you're please share, and I'm going to check our channels to make sure we're working on all of our channels. So give me a minute while I do that, and while I'm doing that, please gather in, please share. And let me get going here, make sure I share. I want to make sure all my socials is working because I haven't done a full interview.
Yes, ma'am.
And yeah, I we had no sound, so I'm making sure our sound. Yep, we're good on Facebook. Yay! Let's check YouTube. Make sure we're good on YouTube. Okay, we are. Are we good on YouTube? Yep, we're good on YouTube. Okay, wonderful. Okay, J.M. Norris. Well, welcome to the Doc Bookshop.
Thank you for having me.
Glad you are here. This is your debut novel, your first novel here?
Yes, ma'am. This is my first one.
Okay, wonderful. So tell us about you. Like, who is J.M. Norris? Where are you from? How did you get into the writing business? All that.
Well, I'm from Houston, Texas, and I moved up here probably roughly about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, this past May, I think that made about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And
you're in the Dallas area or Fort Worth?
I'm in Fort Worth area.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And I love writing. Firstly, I have written a few songs and poems and what have you, but nothing ever published.
Okay. I didn't know you was a songwriter poet. Okay.
Yeah, nothing fancy at all. This is the first thing I've published, Sincerely Yours, and to be honest, it started all as a joke. I was at work, and me and one of my friends were in the cafeteria at our job, and some lady asked me something, and I just, willingly answered, and I didn't think of it any, kind of weirdness. And later she was like, "That was weird, right?" And I was like, "I don't know what you mean." She's like, "Well, you're gonna go to the gym, and then I'm not gonna see you anymore. She's gonna knock you over the head, and you're gonna be gone." And I'm like, wow, that was really dark. And I'm like, I'm like, that was really dark. And I'm like, but you don't really hear anything about like men being the, I guess the victim of stalking or anything like that.
Yeah, that's not often.
Right. So
okay.
I thought that it would be interesting to go into the psyche of a man as he's dealing with, a stalker. Being vulnerable and scared and everything like that, because typically when you see a man, or how men like to portray themselves as tough and impenetrable and no weaknesses, but we're human just as the next person.
Right. Okay, so you really got the concept at work.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay, interesting. And so what how long did it take you to put this project together?
I started this project. This is when I started the project 2023 of July, and I published it 2024 of July.
Okay, so about a year.
Yes.
Okay, well, wonderful. Y'all, just to reset everything, again, my name is Donna Craddock. I'm with the Doc Bookshop. For those who don't know, the Doc Bookshop is in Fort Worth, Texas. We've been around for 17 years. In fact, we celebrated 17 years in May. Thank you, JM. And so we're just, we love what we do. We love books, we love reading, we love community, we love culture, and that's what we do. And so we're so excited to have our Arthur Talks. And right now we're in conversation with J.M. Norris, who wrote this debut novel, Sincerely Yours. And I think that the way we would categorize this book is more of a thriller.
Right. Right.
It sounds like it's a thriller, crime, suspense.
Yes, ma'am.
All that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a thriller, crime, suspense novel, and so we're about to delve into this and see what is happening with Sincerely Yours. Okay, now the cover. Now tell us about this cover design. Who came up with this cover design? Y'all check it out here. It's like somebody flowers. You don't know if it's male or female. You just really don't know.
Right. So I actually was very blessed by an old coworker of mine. The concept that I had for the book at first was "Sincerely Yours." You usually sign that at the end of a letter or email, and I thought, well, I wanted to have like this, kind of like letter format on the cover, and look like kind of like little blood droppings or something, and it was just hard for me to put that onto a cover. But I was talking with one of my old coworkers, and she's a magician with with computer imagery and everything, and she comes to me one day and is like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's really cool. What is that for?" And she's like, "I want you to have it for your book." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, let me put you, let me put your name in." And she's like, No. I just want you to have this for you." And not only did she do this one, but she also did my second cover for my up and coming book, Faithfully Yours.
All right. Okay. Sincerely Yours and Faithfully Yours.
Yes.
I like that. I see where you're going with
Yes,
this.
yes. This is the first part of a 3-part series that I'm hoping to complete.
Okay, well, give a shout out to her because she can get some business.
Yes, for sure.
These covers are, off the chain here.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, no, her name is Janelle Patel, and she had just moved up here recently, and her and I were working together, and she works somewhere else at the moment, and yeah, she does amazing work, and she's really good at imagery.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your novel here. Your crime / suspense / thriller here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All that. So who's the main character? Who we're talking about here?
The main character in this book is Sean. He is a very charismatic, charming young man who is roughly beloved by everyone.
Is he kind of like a depiction of you?
It's so funny you say that. I don't think I'm charming or anything, but I get that. I guess frequently. I'm not projecting at all.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, and he ends up encountering a stalker, and it ends up changing his and his 2 best friends' lives. For a bit here.
Interesting. So it's not just about him, but it goes into his best friends?
Exactly.
Did something happen to them?
Well, I guess you might have to read it. See,
Actually, Jay, I'm not going to give away any spoilers. You're going to have to read the book to find out if anything happened to his friends.
Well, I will say that I had fun making the characters. Sean is the main character, and his 2 best friends is Chris and Diego. Mm-hmm. And I thought it would be nice to have a spectrum of personality in the book. You normally have a comedic friend. You normally have like a very serious, stern friend, and then you normally have a friend that's just like, okay, I can kind of go with the flow. And Sean is that friend that can just kind of go with the flow. He's just smooth and easy. Mm-hmm. And Chris is...
So is Chris a comedian?
Chris is the more stern one, and Diego happens to be the comedian.
Oh, Diego's a comedian.
Yes.
Okay,
ma'am.
So you got the 3 friends.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you got the comedian one, Diego. Chris is the stern one.
Right.
And then Sean is
just
going with the flow. And that's who's being stalked.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so how did he meet a stalker?
Well, in fact, he doesn't know that he met the stalker, and that's kind of the mystery of the book. He he is just when he's just so intoxicating that whenever he meets anyone, they love him, they want to befriend him. So it's hard to actually pin down who would want to do this or who would, because everybody, a stalker's intentions is that they believe that their relationship with you is completely factual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to divide that from an actual person who really loves you because you just don't know if that's their intentions, if they think that what is not the relationship is actually the relationship.
Right, right,
So,
right. They delusion.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
Have you ever been stalked?
I don't believe so. I guess I could be. I wouldn't know unless they decide to
Do something to
reveal
you,
themselves. Yeah.
right? But you nothing has ever been done.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
so this is all imagined.
Just all
So it's not
imagination.
based on any
No,
any.
no. In fact, it all like I said, it all started with a joke, and even on like a more serious note, I think about how. I mean, I don't know about you, but almost any woman I know in my life is like pretty dang strong. They can beat my butt. So I think about like all of this genre of like stalking and the mystery and the crime usually has a woman that's just defenseless and hopeless or something like that in that area.
Mhm.
And although that I know that happens, I'm like, man, they don't. I guess they just kind of hone in on just one part of the spectrum instead of looking at the bigger part of it. And if I put maybe the woman or maybe a man stalking, a guy, then I think that might open up for people to realize that, like, okay, well,
Okay, so we don't even know if the stalker is male or female.
no, no.
So okay, let me just ask you this. So did you reveal the stalker at all?
Yes, yes. In fact, I will say, obviously, there's a continuation of the book. So, at the end of this book, you will find out who's the stalker of this book. Um,
Okay.
and there's a bit of a cliffhanger, I'll say that. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah, there's a bit of a cliffhanger.
Okay. So you're not going to tell us if the stalker is male or female, are you?
I think it would take away too much, but I will tell you this is that this is my first book, so you very well might get it as soon as you start reading it and everything. But I thought I would. It was kind of hard to not make it obvious in the
Okay,
book
okay,
on
okay,
who the.
okay. So what's okay? Interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty then. So and we can expect part 2 to come out when?
I am pushing for editing and everything to be finalized no later than September. So hopefully, roughly September, Octoberish time, we'll be up and running.
Okay, well, we recommend this book, y'all for book clubs to read. I think this would be a great discussion book for book clubs. So sincerely yours. It's a book. It's a crime, suspense, mystery thriller type book. It sounds very intriguing though, and it's about 3 guys. One is being stalked now, but he's not like harmed or is it like he doesn't meet his stalker where he's actually right.
There's no final demise, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
okay, okay, okay. So, all right,
It's
but does he ever meet the stalker?
yes, yes, and
But
at a
but he
point we
doesn't
all
know
meet
that's
the
the
stalker.
stalker.
It's a bit of a twist. It's a
Interesting.
bit of a twist.
I
It's a
love
bit
it.
of a
I
twist.
love it. I love it. I love it. So now who did you now as you was writing, did you come up with any other authors or any other stories that you kind of related to with this
So
or
I'm not sure if you're familiar with Agatha Christie's, and then there were none. But
no?
that book is a book full of mystery and intrigue, and I'm a big mystery fan. In fact, me and my wife were just laughing just the other day about how whenever I sit down and watch a movie, or we sit down and watch a movie, I'm immediately trying to figure out who is who and who did what before at least 10 minutes into the movie. So that's how I act whenever I read books. I'm trying to figure it out, and this book had me so confused that I loved it because I'm like, wait, who is it, and why, and
So did you have fun writing it?
I did 100%, and like I said, the book Agatha Christie, and then there were none, influenced me heavy to try to keep my audience on their toes on trying to figure out, where you think like, oh, you're like, it's obvious it's this person, and then something happens, you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's not that person. And so
so so speaking of movies, what is your favorite movie?
my favorite movie.
Yeah,
My favorite movie is Great
mystery.
Expectations. Oh, mystery. Okay. My favorite mystery movie. I think
Recently, that comes to mind. Anything that we need to?
Shutter Islands. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the movie. It has Leonardo DiCaprio.
Shuttered Island. I haven't heard of that, but I'm gonna go watch it.
It is a intriguing.
So it's like a mystery type
It
thing?
is. It is. So it starts off with him just going to this island called Shutter Island, and he's a cop. I think in the like late 1920s or 30s or something, and he's trying to figure out where this missing patient is. And there's all of this stuff that starts happening. It has a crazy twist at the end. It's it blew me out of the water when I was like, "What? I didn't think that." But yeah, it's a pretty good movie, mystery movie.
Okay, well, wonderful. Now, is there anything else you would like to share about your works, your book, or anything with the
Uh,
people?
uh, this is my first publication. Sincerely yours, and I'm working on Faithfully Yours at the moment. I don't
Yeah,
know if
this
you
is
can.
Faithfully Yours come out this fall.
Yes, and after, if God says the same, afterwards I will be working on Truly Yours.
Oh, I love that. So sincerely yours, faithfully yours, and truly
Yes, ma'am.
yours.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love that.
And of course, the
So you
theme
came up with that
continues.
idea?
I did come up with the idea. I did, and in fact, actually, the idea wasn't initially to write it as a book. I was aiming to write it as a movie,
A script?
a
Okay.
script, and then I thought, what better way to get a movie than writing a book. So I was like, well, if I just write the book, well, then I can just go from that.
Oh yeah, you can
In the
always build
future.
a script from the book.
Right, right. So, yeah.
Well, wonderful. I'm excited about this.
Yes, ma'am.
And we don't have, to be honest, you can never have enough thrillers, and suspense and mystery books. So
Yeah.
we're excited to add this book to our collection here at the Doc Bookshop. So definitely, again, stop by the Doc, pick up this book. I think this is a great gift for your father, for the men in your life, for everybody actually. But it's a great gift, and I think they will enjoy this suspense thriller mystery book
Yeah. And if
written by
you're,
J.M. Norris.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But if you're also not able to make it, it's on Amazon at the moment. It sells for $20, and I'm working on getting the audio version of the book. I'm interviewing people for um, the best voice for the book. So yeah, if you're not able to make it here, please feel free to
Yeah.
go to Amazon.
Or go to our website too.
Yes.
Yeah, go to the Doc Bookshop
Of course.
and order online for the book as well. That's great. And so now how do people reach you, JM? They want to reach out to you and get you to come to their book club. How
So
do they do that?
I'm really new to all of this, and I'm not that like tech savvy. So I have currently a Facebook, and it's at J.M. Norris, the author, um, on
Okay,
Facebook.
so JM Norris, the author on Facebook. Are you on
Right.
IG as well?
I am not. I'm working on that as well as working on a website. But the very moment I get it up, I will make sure that it's well known to everybody.
Okay. Well, we definitely look forward to your website. We know you're going to get it because you got 3 books coming.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're definitely, and I tell authors all the time, being an author is being in business. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
got to have a website.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, he's going to definitely get that. And but meanwhile, you can definitely go to our website as well as other wherever books are sold and get your copy because it's good because we can get it through Ingram. So once you're in Ingram, you can get it wherever books are sold.
Yes, ma'am.
And so if you're not in our area, definitely pick up the book um, wherever we support indie bookstores. So find an indie next to you near you. But if you're near us, come to the Doc Bookshop and we're going to have him sign some copies as well. So, well, great. I'm excited about that. And I look forward. We're going to try to get JM at some more upcoming events that's coming up as well. We'll talk more about that.
Yes,
Maybe he
ma'am.
could join us at the Juneteenth Book Fair next Saturday
Yes,
at
ma'am.
Sycamore. We're going to see.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see. We'll see about
We'll see. But if not, we definitely, maybe the Trinity River. We got a lot of stuff coming up that you can meet and greet um, J.M. Norris. All righty, so we're about to shut it down. Here come our beloved Ashley. So again, you all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us for this Arthur Talk with J.M. Norris. We're excited about his debut book. Again, Sincerely Yours. It's a must-have. Definitely add this book to your library. And we look forward to seeing you soon here at the Doc Bookshop. And if you can't come, visit our website, thedocbookshop.com.
it. Thank you.